Letters to a Future Nurse. Chapter 10. The Stairway Conversation That Changed the Trajectory of My Nursing Career by Belle de Leon Bradford. Belle, nice to meet you. We have a team leader role available. Let me know if you are interested. My first thought was, me as a leader? No way, not in a million years. This stairway conversation changed the trajectory of my nursing career. As a child, I was timid and soft-spoken, a shy girl from a suburb in the Philippines. I've always known myself as a follower, not a leader. I hesitated to speak up and always doubted myself, not wanting to be judged. When we had school activities or projects, I would never put my hand out to lead, nor did other people think I would be a good leader. After working as a nurse for a couple of years in the Philippines, I packed my bags and migrated to New Zealand. It was my most incredible adventure of my life, a 23-year-old starting in a new country alone and over 5,000 miles away from home. I explored and respected the New Zealand culture, adapted to how they lived and made it my second home. Fast forward 6 years since I landed in New Zealand, I was a community nurse in one of the country's biggest and busiest district health boards. I discovered I am passionate about community nursing. I like being out and about, visiting patients in their homes and providing holistic nursing care. The main difference from nursing in the hospital was that I see patients in their environment, which provides a better opportunity to deliver patient-centred care. I truly enjoyed being a community nurse. I treasured the moments when patients shared their stories while I performed nursing tasks. I remember an older gentleman who told me about his experience during World War II while I was doing his compression bandaging. It felt surreal and he had tears while sharing the memories with me. I liked that it was an autonomous role and that I performed several nursing skills daily, minus the hospital's bed bath and toilet call-outs. Despite community nursing being such an independent role and applying many practical skills, it became routine after a couple of years. I lost my motivation and started to drag myself to work. I felt trapped in this mundane and ordinary work life. It did not excite me anymore. My mind and body were ready for a new challenge, though I was unsure what the next adventure would be. I searched for available jobs in my city and found lots of opportunities. I applied to some of them and got interviews and offers, but ended up declining them as I was scared to leave my comfort zone. A part of me did not want to start anew and become a beginner again when I had the option to stay in my current role and function as an expert. I was stuck in this paradox where I wanted something new but was scared to depart from my old ways. This continued for a year until one of my closest friends told me about another opportunity that sparked my interest. This new job was still community nursing but in the private sector and had different types of patients as it was focused on injuries acquired during an accident. I joined part-time and maintained the other job due to financial implications. I would pick up one shift a week, and though it was a small step, it was enough and made me happy as it provided a new environment for me to explore. I had new colleagues, new managers, new systems in place. 4 months into this new role, I dropped by the office to top up my wound dressing supplies. On my way out the door, I saw the new clinical manager going down the stairs, and that's when we had the conversation by the stairway about the team leader role. It was a pleasant chat, but I left the office confused and puzzled why he would even consider me for this role. Self-doubt started to flood my mind. I was not experienced enough. I am not good enough. I would not have a single clue what to do if I became a team leader. Fear started to sink in, so I downplayed it in my mind. He might have just made a mistake. He was not considering me for the role. It was just a random conversation. I slept on it, put it on the back of my mind and continued to go on my usual day. I convinced myself that there was nothing to take into consideration. After 3 days, I got a call from the clinical manager wanting to follow up if I was interested. I was taken aback as I did not have an answer for him and said I would get back to him as soon as possible. With all the uncertainties and insecurities, I called the person who believed in me 100%, my mother. I sought some advice and she said there was nothing to think about and I should take this great opportunity presented to me. I voiced my hesitation and doubts to her, but she reassured me that I could do it. Despite this, I was not convinced. I was still dubious. Moreover, this paradox of wanting a challenge but wanting to stay in my comfort zone confronted me again. I want a new challenge that will reignite my passion and motivation. Am I capable of doing it? Am I good enough? Would I let fear stop me? I was scared and unsure, but gathered enough courage to call the clinical manager back and say I was keen. I was offered the role, resigned from my other job and started as team leader in 4 weeks. Unexpectedly, the next couple of weeks were exciting. I got the challenge I was yearning for and the fear and doubt started to diminish. I learned the new systems, built good relationships with the staff. In 7 months, I got a promotion as the Service Delivery Manager and was awarded the Emerging Leader Award after a year with this organisation. The clinical manager mentored me. He imparted his wisdom and knowledge to me, guiding my leadership journey. I could not believe that this was all happening. I was a leader. Staff sought my guidance and I provided mentorship to them. I wanted to deepen my understanding of what a true leader is. Hence, I did my master's degree focused on nursing leadership and management. I discovered that I enjoyed motivating and encouraging staff to improve themselves. I explored different leadership styles and established my own. I noticed a shift in what brings me joy at work, from receiving appreciation and gratitude directly from patients to getting feedback when nurses do a fantastic job and make a difference in the patients' lives. I was proud of the team. Being a team leader is a unique role, and it's a privilege to serve the patients, the nurses, and the organisation. I only truly realised how hard it was to be a manager once I became one. It was not easy, but it was gratifying and a source of pride for my parents and me. Dealing with complaints and staff performances was my least favourite. However, it is part of the role and I made sure to improve myself as I gained more experience continuously. After a couple of years, I decided to grab another opportunity and had the honour of leading a team of nurses as part of the COVID-19 pandemic response in New Zealand. Again, I was mentored by 2 amazing doctors and managing several testing centres in the metro region. This was another challenge that I was ecstatic and proud to be part of, and is something that I will never forget. This role has given me my first newspaper and television exposure, wherein I am able to share and promote the community mobile testing service and share my experience on the COVID-19 front line. I am sincerely grateful to the clinical manager who trusted in my abilities, my mother and my family who always offered a solid support system, and myself for not letting fear win. That single conversation changed my life. I've become a better person, gained more wisdom and memorable experiences from being a leader, and even got paid better. Sometimes I still battle with my imposter syndrome, but I found ways to cope with this. I look at how far I've come, but remain humble as I know how many challenges are ahead of me. From a migrant nurse who did not believe in herself, I advise you to be open to new opportunities, broaden your horizon, and leave your comfort zone to explore your abilities. Continuously learn and challenge yourself while maintaining the core passion of serving people who are in need. Do not let fear and self-doubt stop you from spreading your wings and discovering available opportunities. Believe in yourself and surround yourself with a support system and mentors who will guide you on your journey. Surprise yourself with things that you thought you couldn't do. Accept that offer. Explore a new area of nursing. Move to a different country or enroll in your university to start your postgraduate studies. The massive and thrilling nursing world is awaiting for you to explore. And Belle's practical tip is, aside from your manager, you should also seek out a mentor that you can trust. Aim to catch up with them at least monthly to discuss any issues, career goals, and your future plans. And Belle was born and raised in the Philippines and migrated to New Zealand in 2013 for better opportunities. She is a registered nurse who is passionate in community nursing and providing health services to the vulnerable population. Belle is also a nurse leader and has mentored registered nurses and non-clinical staff in the last couple of years. She completed her master's degree in nursing focused on leadership and management at the University of Auckland to further her understanding of nursing leadership. Belle won an Emerging Leader Award in 2020. Belle married her lovely and supportive husband in 2022. The same year they moved to Queensland, Australia to start building the family. You can connect with Belle on LinkedIn. Thanks, Belle.